Hello everyone, Neorashi here. Today is not going to be a review. For the first time since I started this channel um, a year and a half ago, sorry, almost 2 years ago actually, someone actually made a request in one of my recent video. Here it is from YouTuber Vilv3934. Can you make a video about your top 10 favorite manga tanks? Also, good luck in Japan too. Well, first of all, thank you. For those who didn't watch the video where this comment was from, I'm actually going to Japan in about 3 months for, including, I'm staying there 16 days, but I'll be gone for 18 days because of the time it takes to get there. Anyway, so this YouTuber requested a top 10. I'm going to make a top 20 instead, so twice as much as what this person requested. So before I start, I have to say that this is a top 10 of manga that were released physically in English or French. There's going to be a couple French titles in this this file that I have here. Also, this is completely, for the most part at least, this is completely unrelated to my top 10 animes, because sometimes there's a manga that I liked and the anime I didn't like as much, or vice versa. Actually, my third favorite animes of all time isn't even on my top 10 manga, because first, it didn't release in English officially, let alone physically, and even if it did, I didn't like the manga as much. It would probably be still in my top 20, but way lower than third place. So let's further ado. Let's start with a couple of honorable mention. One that I actually haven't read, I haven't started yet, but I like the light novel so much that I'm still gonna put it as a honorable mention, and that would be The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. This is one of my favorite light novel of all times. And I'm sure I actually took a peek on a few pages of the manga, and it looks almost just as good as the light novel, but I haven't read it yet. The other is, the reason I'm putting it as an honorable mention and on my top 20 is because it's not really a series, it's only like a one-shot, one-volume manga, and I really wanted to only put a series that has at least 2 or 3 volumes, and that would be Madoka's Secret, which I made a review a couple months ago, and I really like this one. You should check out my review of Madoka's Secret. Alright, so finally, after almost almost 5 minutes, no, almost 3 minutes, 4 minutes, sorry, let's start this top 20. And at 20th place, I have, you're gonna see them in the corner here, but I also have the physical book, so at 20th place, Vampire's Dormitory. I don't know why I took this one when I picked it up. I'm not really into vampire stuff. This is one of the only, I think it's only one of 2 series that features vampire as a main character that I actually own, and the other one, I've read 2 of the 3 volumes, and it's really not that great. But this one is pretty solid, that's why it's in my top 20. Also, you should watch the anime. The anime is pretty good. If you're not into manga, the anime of Vampire Dormitory is pretty solid. Next, at 19th place, Happy Sugar Life. Happy Sugar Life was, when I discovered it in 2021, it was my 3rd place of favorite discoveries of 2021. As you can see, did quite a bit lower, but I still like it enough for it to be in my top 20. Um, really not something a lot of people. There's probably a lot of people who will be uncomfortable reading this. There are some really dark subject touched upon, and honestly, even I was a bit you when I watched the anime, but it was still great, which is um, weird because I usually really don't like that kind of psychological horror thing. Uh, so yeah. All right, in 18th place, Insomniacs After School. This is a French cover because I couldn't find a good pick of the English cover, and also I have it in French. This is one of also probably top 5, top 10 favorite discoveries of 2021. I really like that one. I don't like it as much as it used to. Not because it's getting worse, but just because I discovered a lot more good stuff since. Alright, at 17th place, Higero. After being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. This is another one that, not as bad as Happy Sugar Life, but this is definitely one that is probably gonna make some people uncomfortable. But the story and the interaction between the two main characters are really great. I really loved it, and if the person who made me discover this series is watching this video, which probably won't be the case, again, thank you for making me discover this. The light novel is easily my top 3 favorite light novel of all times. Next is something that was originally suggested to me by Amazon. I saw it on Amazon. Well, it's from the Viz Facebook. It was actually Facebook, not Amazon, Facebook. And it was a Viz page that kept showing that series to me. So at 16th place, Like a Butterfly. Pretty standard rom-com so far. I've read the first 4 volumes. And yeah, pretty standard, except with the main girl, who is the stereotypical super shy girl that barely ever talks. That added some cuteness. There is some drama, but it's quite minimal so far. So kind of like it. I like that. Speaking of shy girls, 15th place goes to Shy, as in the superhero Shy. Really like that one. Discovered it. Although I heard about it sometime like 2022, I've actually only started this series in January of this year. I ordered the volumes right before Christmas, and I started reading them right after New Year. And so far, I really liked it. Obviously, the main character, the main heroine, is my favorite character of the series. But so far, all but one maybe of the superheroes I've seen in the series, I like them a lot. The only one I don't like is Stardust. But at least they don't hide the fact that is almost heartless. So at least the series is being honest with this one. All right, next is another Yuri that is much more wholesome than Happy Sugar Life, and 14th place, How Do I Turn My Girlfriend into my best friend into my girlfriend? Sorry. This is something that someone suggested to me on Discord. Ended up getting it. Only read volume 1 because that's all that's available right now in English, officially at least, because I usually don't go and read stuff on Manga Dex or something like that. And so far I really like this one. Super wholesome. I like the blue. I really like both characters, especially the blue hair girl, which is, again, pretty shy. And you might have guessed it by now, but I like shy girls in manga. 13th place, Pseudo Aaron. This one is pretty weird, but in a cute way. Basically, it's this girl who falls in love with the main guy, and the main guy like dreams of having his own harem. So this girl who is really great at acting, um, switch back and forth between different personas, and she's really great at it. My favorite personas is definitely the tsundere, even though I'm usually not that much of a tsundere fan, but she does tsundere really. She does the tsundere kind of character justice. At 12th place, we finally get a Yashike. Well, there are some of the queries here that could pass out as Yashike, but at 12th place, Flying Witch, series that I also discovered in 2021. 2021 is probably the year I discovered the most series. This one, I just like it because of the mostly chill nature of the series. Like, I'm 10 volumes in and there hasn't been any drama. I think when I read volume 12 summary back on the back of the cover, I think there are some drama in volume 12, but or maybe 11, but it doesn't seem to be all that big compared to other series with like witch and magic. At 11th place, series that also was suggested to me by this one was suggested to me like by a kid that's like 20 years younger than me on Discord. Well, he's 20 years younger than me, but he's actually probably more mature than I am. And it's Ojo Jojo. I've read the first 2 volumes because this is a double-sized book, and it's really good. I used to not like the main girl because she's like an annoying rich brat, but she really mellows down when she starts hanging out with the main guy, who is like always has this face. It's really funny how they are completely different but still manage to fall in love with one another really quickly. Like, I think they start dating by the end or maybe part ways through volume 1. So it's one of those series where it's a rom-com that focuses on the character progression after they start dating rather than spending the whole time having the story trying to get them together, if that makes sense. At 10th place, it's actually one of my most recent review. I actually mentioned that it's already in my like top 3 discovery of the year, but really I really think it's already in my top 10 favorite manga of all time, and that would be Medalist, which, as I mentioned in my original review video, surprised me because I actually have no interest in figure skating in real life, so I have no idea why I like this one so much. I haven't read volume 2 yet, but volume 1 was amazing, and really looking forward to read the rest. Next is almost ironic because I actually finished the anime today. I'm really late about it since it's a series that I discovered in late 2020, and that would be My Senpai is Annoying. One of the few series that I have that actually focus on adult characters instead of teenagers. Most of the series I showed you so far had only teenagers as main character, but this one doesn't, although, let's be honest, Futaba looks like a child. But that's not the reason why I like this one so much. One of the things that I like is that it's in color. Volume 1 doesn't show color all that much, but Volume 2 onward has a lot more color, and that's really cool. and the whole cast, like there's no single character I dislike in this one. Like, even my least favorite character, I like them a lot. At eighth place, is the last, I think, yeah, the last Yuri of the bunch, but not the last with like Yuri elements, if you can say it. But at eighth place, Tadakoro-san. This is this has quickly became my favorite Yuri of all time. I started it in March, I believe, and I liked Volume 1 so much that the following day I just went to the store, bought Volume 2, and read it. And yeah, uh, it's a shame that it's already almost over because there's only 4 volumes with this series. But if you like Yuri, or even if you just like cute rom-com, regardless of the like characters' orientation and stuff like that, Tadakoro-san is really something that I suggest. Another series that is mostly cute but has quite a fair more drama than Tadakoro-san is 7th place, Love's in Sight. Another series that I discovered pretty recently, last fall, if I remember, or maybe last winter, not too sure. It's about, I actually reviewed this one, I think, a while ago. It's about a 18 years old delinquent and a 16 years old blind girl who fall in love with each other, and they actually start dating really quickly. I think they have their first date in volume 1. I don't know if they are like officially dating by then, but by volume 2 they are definitely like officially a couple. So it's another series that is quite short at 8 volumes, but this is another series that really focused on the main character getting closer together after they start dating, then them slowly falling in love with one another. Alright, at 6th place, we're almost done. At 6th place, we have The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, another series that I discovered in 2023. This one is just pure cuteness the entire way through. I've read up to volume 9, and there hasn't been a single moment of drama. Well, almost. There has been some like super minimal drama in volume 7 or 8, I think. It was really minimal, and whatever drama there was, it was like patched up by volume 9. And volume 9 was one of the better volumes of the series so far. Now we're in the top 5. For the top 5, those who know me will definitely not be surprised. Maybe not with its 5th place, but the first 4th place, I know no one who knows me will be surprised. But anyway, I'm still going for it because, well, I started this, might as well finish it. At 5th place, My Clueless First Friend. I discovered this one in early 2022 when it was still only available in French. I actually collect both the French and English version of this series. It's one of the 2 series that I actually double dip on both languages. And this is another one that is super cute. They're actually a bit more drama than The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, but overall super cute. But the characters are super young. I know some people don't like when the characters are too young, and honestly, I totally get that. But if you don't mind character age, this one is really cute. It doesn't focus on romance until like volume 5, which would be volume 3 in the English version because they're double-sized book. And well, the romance starts becoming a subject that's talked about in volume 5, but it really doesn't really start until volume 7, I believe. But it's still really cute overall. At 4th place, it's Super Cub. It doesn't have an English release so far, sadly, but it is available in French, which I'm really grateful for because This actually recently became my fourth favorite anime of all times. Uh, but when it comes to manga, you'll see that some of my top five have been reversed. You'll see what I mean when I mention my third place, which is New Game. New Game is actually my fifth favorite uh, anime of all time. It was actually for a couple months. It was my first Yashike, and it was my favorite series of all time until I discovered uh, the first my top three manga and my top two manga and my top three animes of all time. But still really like this one. This isn't one that isn't classified as Yuri, but still has a fair amount of Yuri element because of one of the like important secondary character is in love with one of the main character, and both are females, and this is a all-female um, cast series. There are no males at all. I think there are some guys that talks in the background or something, and but we don't even see their face. It's like when there's a large gathering of people, and yeah, that's it. At second place, no one will be surprised with this one, but it is Non Biori. I like this one just mainly for, well, it's a cute girls doing cute things series, and it's a Yashike, and well, I already said the characters are cute, but I also like the overall chillness of the series. Like it takes place in the Japanese countryside, a village that doesn't exist, but still based on villages that do exist. And my favorite character is by far Otaru, because again, she's kind of shy, and I like how she quickly adapts to the new life she has, because she's actually a transfer student from Tokyo, so she used to live like in one of the biggest cities in the world and got transferred to the middle of nowhere. And this is something that I really like about this series. Now, I'm gonna surprise everyone. No, just kidding. I'm not surprised. I'm not gonna surprise anyone with this. But my favorite series of all time is Laid Back Camp. Discovered this one almost at the same time as Nananberry, actually. Only a couple days. I think I discovered this one like maybe 4 or 5 days after New Year in 2021. And I discovered Nananberry like 3 or 4 days later. But yeah, this one, by the end of episode 3, this was already my favorite series of all times. And episode 1 is still by far my favorite anime episode of all times. I really like, again, it's all about the chillness of the series. I like when I like boring things, I guess. Camping is a fun activity in real life, but I didn't think until I read this one, I didn't think that I would actually like to watch or read a series about camping. And this series actually made me love camping even more than I used before. Well, camping has always been one of my favorite outdoor activities, but now it is pretty much my second favorite outdoor activity after swimming, because I don't like summer very much, but I always like going to the pool. And when I can go to the pool, I like to go camping. So yeah, that's about it. So just gonna show you like my top 10, my top 20 quickly again. So at 20th place, Vampire Dormitory. 19, Happy Sugar Life. 18, Insomniacs After School. 17, Igeiro. 16, Like a Butterfly. 15, Shy. 14, How Do I Turn My Best Friend to My Girlfriend. 13, Pseudo RM. 12, Flying Witch. 11, Ojo Jojo. 10th place, Medalist. 9th place, My Senpai is Annoying. 8th place, Tadakoro-san. 7th place, Love's in Sight. 6th place, The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses. 5th place, my clueless first friend. 4th place, Super Cub. 3rd place, New Game. 2nd place, Non-Non-Biori. And 1st place, Light Backend. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.